Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vishal Pandey working as a professor in pharmaceutics at PG department. Today we are going to discuss the introductory aspect of the subject called as modern pharmaceutics. So modern pharmaceutics is basically the subject which deals with the advanced and recent aspects of pharmaceutics which are used in the formulation and development of various dosage forms. So in this particular subject, there are several units. There are 6 units, and in these 6 units, we are going to learn different aspects, right from pre-formulation and optimization up to the formulation and development of the dosage form. So initially, we will discuss or we will take an overview of this subject called as modern pharmaceutics. So we will start this subject from pre-formulation. We all know what is meant by pre-formulation. So the pre-formulation is the study of physicochemical characterization of API, that is drug, as well as excipients which are used in the design and development of the dosage form. So when we say design and development of the dosage form, so it starts with pre-formulation. So we will start pre-formulation first, and in this pre-formulation we are going to learn different types of pre-formulation methods, then different types of characterization methods, then different types of tests which are basically essential to perform while doing pre-formulation study of any pharmaceutical dosage form. So in pre-formulation study we are going to learn drug excipient interaction. That means when drug and excipient comes together, so it is essential to know that whether these drug and excipients are compatible with each other or not. So if they are not compatible with each other, then definitely it won't give the desired pharmacological action, because any sort of incompatibility may occur, and due to the incompatibility between drug and excipients, the formulation doesn't give the desired pharmacological activity, and then we can say that the pharmacological effects of the pharmaceutical dosage form is not at par or as per expectation of the patient. So to make it a quality dosage form, or when we start building the product into the quality or building quality into the product, vice versa, so it is essential to go through the phase called as pre-formulation. So it starts from drug excipient interaction. Then in case of drug excipient interaction, there are several methods by which we can detect the drug excipient interaction, and then we can conclude that whether these drug and excipients which we are going to incorporate in the formulation, they are compatible with each other or not. And if they are not compatible with each other at all, then we can discard that excipient and we can try with the new one. So first one, drug excipient interaction. Then we are going to learn different methods of detecting drug excipient interaction. Then we are going to learn the kinetics. That means whenever the dosage form will enter into the blood circulation, what will be the fate of that dosage form into the body, how it release the drug, at what order it will release the drug. So that will decide the fate or the performance of dosage form inside the body of the patient. Then we are going to learn different aspects of dispersion, then different theories of dispersion. Then we will also try to learn what is meant by pharmaceutical dispersion, that we have already learned in graduation, that is suspension, or you can say it is one of the sort of coarse dispersion. Then we are going to learn the traditional formulation like emulsion and suspension, which are the biophysic dosage form. So along with this traditional dosage form, emulsion and suspension, we are also going to learn the new concept called as SMEDS. So SMEDS is nothing but the self micro emulsifying drug delivery system. So this SMEDS has its own advantage over the traditional dosage form. So that's why nowadays most of the research scholars and scientists in pharmaceutical industry as well as in academia, they are working on this SMEDS. Then SMEDS has different types like self emulsifying drug delivery system, then self nano emulsifying drug delivery system, that is called as NEDS. So we will try to cover all these recent concepts called as self micro emulsifying drug delivery system. Then along with that, we are also going to focus on large and small volume parenterals. So already we have covered this large and small volume parenterals in graduation. We have learned its formulation and development. We have seen its in process quality control parameters. Then we have studied the sterility aspects of the parenterals, because we all know that whenever we are dealing with the parenterals, the first and most important thing about parenterals is to make it a sterile dosage form, because without sterility we cannot administer this parenteral dosage form into the body of the patient. Then we will see the manufacturing aspects of the small volume parenteral and large volume parenteral. There are different techniques by which we can prepare, we can manufacture small volume parenteral as well as large volume parenterals. And after studying this manufacturing aspect of parenterals, we will also cover evaluation parameters. That means what are the different evaluation parameters which are applicable for small volume parenteral and large volume parenteral. So this is the first unit which will be called as a pre-formulation study, and basically it revolves around the pre-formulation concept. So what is mean by pre-formulation? So pre-formulation is nothing but the physicochemical characterization of the drug and excipient. Now when we say physicochemical characterization of drug and excipient, it means we have to characterize the drug for some physical taste as well as some chemical taste. So when we say physical taste or physical parameters, then it must include the particle size of the drug, then its solubility, then its density, then again it goes to the bulk characterization like the type of flow, whether it has poor flow, excellent flow, very poor flow. Then this all will comprises into the bulk characterization. Then it also needs partition coefficient study. Then we have to study the solubility of particular drug into the different solvents, right from water to different types of buffers. So this is nothing but the characterization, physicochemical characterization of drug, and same parameters will be applicable to the excipients. So in case of excipient, the most and foremost important study is bulk characterization. That means how the excipient has the flow properties, whether it will flow properly whenever we are going to prepare or manufacture dosage form at the lab level, at the pilot level, at the manufacturing level, because flow is the most important thing in the formulation and development of any type of solid dosage form. So this pre-formulation study, after doing this successful pre-formulation study, there is the next thing which every pharmaceutical technologist must do, that is to perform stability testing, because we should know the stability aspects of the dosage form which we are going to prepare into the lab. So when we will successfully prepare any type of dosage form into the lab, the stability testing is most important thing, and we all know that stability testing is of different types. For example, short-term stability study, long-term stability study, accelerated stability study testing. Then there are some uh, drugs which are very photosensitive or light sensitive. Then it is expected that in such a case we should go for the photo stability also. And these all type of stability testing we are performing in the stability chamber. We all know that. So basically, these Rayleigh stability chambers are used to determine the stability of dosage form, and the stability of dosage form and this particular period in which the dosage form will remain stable is called as shelf life of the dosage form. So this is introduction of first unit, that is pre-formulation study. Very soon I will take an overview of second unit. Thank you.